Ever wondered how the Mai Tai became the ultimate tiki cocktail? Today, we're diving into its fascinating history and showing you how to make the perfect Mai Tai at home. To truly understand the Mai Tai, you have to understand the world it was born into. America in the mid-1940s, weary from a world at war, was a nation collectively dreaming of escape. A fantasy of distant sun-drenched shores and exotic, carefree adventures began to take hold in the popular imagination. This yearning for paradise gave rise to the golden age of tiki culture. And at the heart of this movement was a charismatic one-legged restaurateur from Oakland, California named Victor Bergeron. The world would come to know him simply as Trader Vic. The official story takes place in 1944. Vic is behind the bar at his eponymous restaurant, tinkering and experimenting. He reaches for a bottle of 17-year-old J. Ray and Nephew rum from Jamaica, a prized spirit he described as having a rich, pungent flavor. He combines this exceptional rum with the simple, perfect harmony of fresh lime juice, a whisper of rock candy syrup for sweetness, a dash of French orgeat for its nutty floral notes, and a splash of orange curacao. He shakes it vigorously with crushed ice and pours the frosty mixture into a glass, garnishing it with a sprig of fresh mint and a spent lime shell, meant to evoke a tiny island with a palm tree. He presents his new creation to his visiting friends from Tahiti, Ham, and Carrie Guild. After one sip, Carrie exclaims, "Mai Tai roa ai." In Tahitian, this translates to, "the very best out of this world." Vic knew instantly he had a winner. He christened his new drink the Mai Tai. But hold on, because every great legend has a rival. Enter Don Beach, the enigmatic founding father of the entire tiki phenomenon. A full decade, Vic's famous creation back in 1933 at his original Don the Beachcomber bar in Hollywood, Don claimed to have invented a drink he called the Mai Tai Swizzle. Don's version was a different beast altogether, a more complex concoction featuring both dark and light rums, the tartness of grapefruit juice, Cointreau, and the spicy clove and lime notes of falernum. The rivalry between Vic and Don was legendary. Don was notoriously secretive, coding his recipes to protect them from competitors like Vic. This secrecy, while protecting his business, may have ultimately cost him the credit in the court of public opinion. So, who really invented it? While Don Beach undoubtedly created a drink called the Mai Tai first, most cocktail historians, including the renowned Jeff Beachbum Barry, credit Trader Vic with creating the specific recipe that became world famous. A court even legally sided with Vic. His version was simpler, more balanced, and crucially, he was a master of marketing. The Mai Tai became the signature drink of his growing restaurant empire, its fame exploding when it was featured prominently in the 1961 Elvis Presley film Blue Hawaii, cementing its status as the ultimate symbol of tropical paradise in a glass. Sadly, its immense popularity led to its downfall. Through the 70s and 80s, the classic recipe was often ignored, replaced by cloyingly sweet versions made with cheap rum, pineapple juice, and grenadine. The Mai Tai became a caricature of itself. But thankfully, the story doesn't end there. The modern craft cocktail renaissance has rediscovered and championed Trader Vic's original 1944 formula, restoring this magnificent drink to its rightful throne. It's a testament to a timeless recipe, a king among tiki cocktails, and a direct portal to a bygone era of exotic escapism. Before we build this icon of tiki culture, let's understand its foundation. The Mai Tai isn't just a cocktail, it's a carefully composed masterpiece, a liquid postcard from a bygone era of Polynesian pop escapism. Its story begins in 1944, not on a sun-drenched Pacific island, but in the bustling city of Oakland, California, at the bar of Victor J. Bergeron, better known as Trader Vic. Vic wasn't just mixing drinks, he was crafting experiences. He wanted to create a cocktail so good it would make his Tahitian friends exclaim, "Mai Tai roa ai," out of this world the best. The soul of Vic's original creation was a single magnificent spirit, a 17-year-old J. Ray and Nephew Jamaican rum. This wasn't just any rum, it was a treasure. Rich, funky, and incredibly complex, it was the star of the show. Vic's philosophy was simple: use the best rum you can find and build the drink around it, not to mask it. This legendary rum was so popular that supplies eventually dwindled, forcing bartenders ever since to create blends of aged rums, often combining a funky Jamaican rum with a smoother one from Martinique, forever chasing that original lightning-in-a-bottle flavor. For our version, we're honoring that spirit with 2 ounces of a quality aged rum. To support this stellar rum, Vic chose his ingredients with surgical precision. He reached for 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. In an age of canned juices and sour mixes, using fresh squeezed citrus was a declaration of quality, providing a bright, acidic backbone. Next, 1/2 an ounce of orange curacao, specifically a high-quality one from Holland. This isn't the neon blue stuff, it's a sophisticated liqueur made from the peels of Laraha oranges, adding a delicate, bittersweet citrus note. Then came the secret weapon, 1/2 an ounce of orgeat. This creamy, fragrant syrup made from almonds and orange flower water lends a nutty sweetness and a silky texture that is absolutely essential. Finally, a 1/4 ounce of simple rock candy syrup to bind the flavors in perfect harmony. And the garnish? It wasn't just for show. Vic placed a spent lime shell and a fresh sprig of mint atop the crushed ice. He told his staff it was to represent a tiny island with a palm tree, the final touch on his pocket-sized paradise. Every single ingredient was a deliberate choice, a testament to the idea that a great cocktail is an assembly of great parts, a formula for excellence that has stood the test of time. Now let's build this icon step by step. This isn't just mixing, it's a ritual, a recreation of that pivotal moment in 1944. We begin with the soul of the Mai Tai, the rum. Trader Vic's original creation was built on the back of a very specific spirit, a 17-year-old J. Ray and nephew Jamaican rum. It was dark, funky, and incredibly complex, a product of a bygone era of rum production. That exact bottle is now the stuff of legend, a ghost in the world of spirits. So how do we honor that legacy today? We create a blend. First, a high-quality pot-still-aged Jamaican rum. This brings the tropical fruit notes, the funk, that hogo that rum lovers chase. It's the foundation. But to capture the full spectrum, we add an equal part of a molasses-based Martinique rhum. This adds a grassy, earthy brightness that mimics the complexity of Vic's long-lost original. This blend is our tribute, our closest approximation to tasting history. We pour 2 ounces of this carefully chosen liquid gold into our shaker. Next, the element that provides balance, fresh lime juice. This was non-negotiable for Vic and his contemporary, Don the Beachcomber. In an age of bottled sour mixes, their insistence on fresh citrus was revolutionary. It's what elevates a drink from a sugary concoction to a craft cocktail. We need 1 full ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. Nothing from a bottle will do. This bright, acidic kick is essential to cut through the richness of the other ingredients. Now for the secret weapons. First, a 1/2 ounce of orgeat. This is a classic syrup made from almonds, sugar, and orange flower or rose water. It lends a subtle, nutty sweetness and a luxurious, silky texture to the drink, a characteristic that is absolutely central to the Mai Tai's identity. Following that, a 1/4 ounce of a dry orange curacao. Not a sweet triple sec, but a curacao made in the traditional style, offering a whisper of bitter orange peel that enhances the rum's complexity without adding cloying sweetness. Finally, a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup to round everything out, just as Vic did with his rock candy syrup. Each ingredient is a deliberate choice, a note in a perfectly composed symphony. With our components assembled, it's time to bring them together. We add about 12 ounces of large, solid ice cubes to our shaker. The size and quality of the ice are crucial. We want to chill the drink rapidly with precise dilution, not water it down with slushy, fast-melting ice. Now, the shake. This is where the magic happens. We seal the shaker and perform a hard, vigorous shake for about 12 seconds. You're not just mixing, you're aerating, emulsifying the oils and sugars, and creating the fine texture that defines a well-made sour. You're waking the drink up. You'll feel the shaker become painfully cold, a thick layer of frost blooming across the metal. That's the signal. That's when you know it's ready. We immediately double strain the contents into a double old-fashioned glass filled to the brim with crushed or pebble ice. The crushed ice is another signature element, providing a satisfying texture and keeping the drink ice cold to the very last sip as it sits in the tropical heat, real or imagined. Watch as the chilled, amber liquid cascades through the ice, a beautiful contrast of color and temperature. But we're not finished. The garnish is not an afterthought, it's the final chapter of the story. Trader Vic's signature was to take the lime half you just squeezed and place it directly on top of the ice. This was his island. It was also a clever signal to his customers and his bartenders. This drink was made with fresh juice, no shortcuts. Then the final flourish, a large, fragrant sprig of fresh mint. Before it goes in the glass, give it a firm slap against your palm. This awakens the mint, releasing its essential oils. We tuck it right next to our lime shell island like a palm tree. This isn't just for looks, it's for aroma. As you lift the glass, you smell the fresh, cool mint before you ever taste the complex symphony within. And there it is. Not just a cocktail, but a piece of history, meticulously reconstructed. The condensation beating on the glass, the island and its palm tree, the intoxicating aroma of mint and lime. This is the drink that made Vic's first Tahitian guests exclaim, "Mai Tai roa ai!" Out of this world, the best. This is the authentic Mai Tai. The Mai Tai hits with a bright citrus kick, layered with nutty orgeat sweetness and the warm depth of aged rum. It's refreshing, balanced, and instantly puts you in a tropical state of mind. If you want more cocktail stories and recipes, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment which cocktail we should explore next. Cheers to the perfect Mai Tai.